And good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Roland Beres. $3 billion and 2,000 potential jobs are on the line in Wisconsin this morning.
But its essence is here in the vines. And these are no ordinary vines, to be sure. No California plant could survive a Wisconsin winter.
That seems like a pretty easy thing to do. You guys are pushing for the industry to try and make that change?
We are.
What you probably didn't know is exactly how much it is sloped.
Tropical storm Patricia is moving closer to Baja California this morning and getting stronger along the way. Einstein's theory of relativity seems to prove that we can travel forward in time. I would find a shoe that I really like, even if I got a couple of pairs of it, and then the next year it would be gone.
They discontinue it. I know.
So you're like, well, I love that shoe, and it's gone. The secret to making good bread, besides the obvious expertise, is to make sure you have a good environment.
Take a look at the bags. There's a lot of bags. This is the most I think we've seen anyone come away with. Marge made quite a hauler.
They're just starting to put down the ice on the Olympic Oval here at the Pettit Center, and something you might not know about ice is that thinner is faster. And these drivers are making that difficult transition during races at scale speeds up to 200 miles per hour. When a plane can do something like you're about to see right here, it makes for some pretty cool maneuvers in the sky. And good morning, and thanks for waking up with us. I'm Roland Beres. Barbara is off today. It is Tuesday, April 13th, and here's what's coming up this half hour. The Madison School Board comes up with a plan to trim a fifth of the budget deficit that it's facing. And Conan O'Brien is on the road, where he's traveling and where he'll eventually end up on TV this fall. But first, let's get the latest on our weather. Brian Olson joins us once again. Nice to see that Conan will be back on TV. I think we all knew that he would.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about where, actually.
Yeah, we all thought it would be Fox.
Exactly.
What a day we have in store, and that's not bad at all.
Bit of a breeze, but great looking day.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Brian, thanks very much.
Yep.
To the news now this morning, and after 4 hours of discussion, the Madison School District figured out how to bridge part of a $30 million budget gap. The Wisconsin State Journal reports that the district found $6 million in savings. Officials made more than $500,000 in changes to the Madison School and community recreation programs, including a 10% increase in program and rental fees. Student fees at UW-Madison could go up if students vote to pass a referendum. A student group is hoping that their peers will vote yes to pay $50 more a semester to help expand a campus gym. Fitchburg will finally get its own library. Yesterday, city leaders broke ground on the new 38,000 square foot library at the corner of Lacey Road and Research Park Drive, right down the road from City Hall. Authorities say they have found the body of a Jefferson County man who disappeared in November. His body was recovered by a group of hunters in a marsh area of North Oakland and Perry Road in the town of Oakland. The owner of some of the country's major newspapers has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. In federal court yesterday, Tribune Company filed a plan to hand ownership over to a group of lenders, including J.P. Morgan Chase. There could be more trouble down the road for Toyota. The New York Times is reporting the government is considering a second fine against the automaker for failing to notify the feds about defective gas pedals when it first learned of the problem. And the Dow closed above 11,000 yesterday for the first time in 18 months, but just barely. Still to come this morning, spring football is almost here for the Badgers, and one of the team's defensive standouts never thought he'd play football. Sports is coming up next. It's 5:37. You're watching Wake Up Wisconsin. 47 degrees outside. Welcome back. If you have future fishing expeditions planned this summer, you might want to consider a new kind of lure. It's taking the fishing world by storm. It's an invention that was profiled in Popular Science recently as one of the top 10 creations of 2009, and it's positively Wisconsin. Ben Hobbins is a lifelong fisherman who grew up on Lake Mendota. He loves the peace and quiet of casting a rod.
It's really deadly.
And waiting for the fish to bite.
Okay, there's a big one right down there, right next to the lure.
But that peaceful world has been thrown upside down of late thanks to his new invention.
And I'm sure my phone is ringing now at home and, you know, in my office and probably in my car.
What the heck? This is fishing.
Yeah. Well, the market is huge.
Ben has created a new fishing lure called the Ironclad that's revolutionizing the $300 million lure industry. It looks like any other lure, and it comes in the usual bright colors. Only these lures have a special polyester mesh inside, adapted from skin graft technology that makes them tough as nails.
When you hook into these things, because of the skin graft technology, the hooks do not come out. You can't get it off the hook. It's impossible to rip it off.
Standard lures like these come off easily. They come off when fish bite. They come off going through the weeds. Heck, they even come off on a hard cast. Every year, 25 million pounds of these end up at the bottom of our waterways. And that is a problem.
You put one of these next to, for example, a polystyrene cup. It will eat it away. It will dissolve it. Not only that, the chemicals, some of the plasticizers that are used emulate estrogen, so they're nasty materials.
Professor Tim Oswald was instrumental in helping Hobbins develop the process for making the lures at the UW Polymer Engineering Center. The next step is to collaborate on a silicone lure that will biodegrade if it's ever lost and not hurt the environment. But just by staying on the line, the ironclads are already making a difference that's positively Wisconsin.